What's good, YouTube? It's about to build back with another banger. Today we'll be reacting to black representation in video games. Now, as a black man myself, I can definitely say that we are not represented right in video games at all. You feel me? And me being Caribbean as well, we seen the GTA 6 trailer. I'm Haitian. I don't think we was represented well on that as well too. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, with that being said, let's get straight to the video. Let's do it.
Black representation in video games. Let's talk about it. So I've been playing video games my entire life. Growing up, my friends would jokingly refer to me as a game freak. And if I take a look back, I kind of did fit that description. It all started with the PlayStation 2.
I was one of
my
them
older
too.
brother had this console, and looking up to him, I played all the games that he did. GTA San Andreas, Def Jam Fight for New York, WWE SmackDown vs. Raw, and pretty much all of the NFL and NBA Street titles. Surprisingly, these games had very high black representation. This was my first introduction to gaming, so I thought it was the norm. Now fast forward to December 25th, 2011, I got my hands on my very own PlayStation 3. Growing up with siblings, man, y'all do not understand how annoying it is having to share a console.
Oh yeah, it's
so when
my
I got
turn.
my own, I was happy as hell. This is where my love of gaming really grew, and I also started to expand my category of the games I was playing.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, back then, those, you know, you die, it's your turn. You feel me? Like every time somebody die, pass that controller, please. You suck. Pass that controller. Split screen was a thing. Oh my gosh. I was playing Call of Duty split screen, Minecraft split screen. We was all into that. Like all of that. And you know, I got 5 other siblings. But at the time, it was really just 4 of us playing the game. Like, you feel me? 4 of my other brothers playing the game. And obviously I was playing too, but
as I started
we were splitting that shit
into different games,
heavy.
I started noticing something. It's not a lot of niggas in these titles. Now today we're gonna be doing a dive into black representation in video games. I'm going to be addressing the lack of representation, how it can be better, and also titles where I liked how black people were represented in these games. I want to go ahead and clarify this like I do in every video. If you are one of those people that use the sentiment, it's not that deep, go ahead and click off my video, bro. We get deep over here, okay? Pause. But look, no more talking. I hope y'all enjoy this, man. Let's get into it. Black protagonists in video games are rare. Under 5% of major AAA games have a black lead. Historically, since the dawn of gaming, there has always been a white male lead with a gun. Master Chief from Halo, Nathan Drake from Uncharted, Joel from Last of Us. The examples are endless, and we can literally go on and on listing these people off. I played pretty much all of these games and loved them. Despite the race of anything, I've always valued art, TV shows, movies, books, gaming. But on the other hand, I love me some black representation. Sad thing is though, man,
don't
the same
represent
cannot
black
be
people
said
right.
for others. Because in 2026, just the thought of a non-white male lead will get labeled as woke or DEI higher, some lame bullshit. Now to start of this video, I want to talk about some black protagonists that I've played and I come across. CJ from San Andreas is probably the most notable. Releasing in 2004 and selling over 27 million copies, this game was a hit. The way I see it, y'all know I gotta get deep. CJ represents the struggle of black American youth in inner city America. We see him deal with gang.
Yeah, but like that's okay. That was a good representation. Yeah, we seen the black struggle and stuff, but they can't just limit us to that. They cannot just limit black people to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this can't be just the norm. Like, for like fairy tale adventurous type games, like it can be a black represented character and shit. It could be that. It don't gotta be no like real life struggle. Every video game, when it's like a real life struggle and they show a black part or a black community or black person in the game, they're either like portrayed as trying to survive in the hood and shit and trying to make it out the hood and do all this other. Man, come on, man. It's more to it than just this.
Violence, drug dealing, police corruption, and broken families. Something that black people in inner cities can most definitely relate to. Now, the story follows him returning back home after his mother was gunned down in a shooting. His father is never mentioned in this story, and you know, y'all know me. I add that to the notes. This is a stereotype for black people. They think a lot of us don't have dads, or our dads are in jail, or they're dead, you know? It is the case for some individuals, but not all of us. I can just imagine, you know, a young white kid playing this game that has never interacted with black folks, seeing this and thinking, they all are like this, you know? That's why I just kind of say, you gotta be intentional when you write these characters. To be fair, I don't think Rockstar had this in mind. Just even at this time, in 2004, making a black person your lead, that's crazy. Even though CJ wasn't written the best, I love his character, and we all can appreciate appreciate him. Now, my next example is a character in a game you probably never heard of. Marcus Reed in the game True Crime New York. Now, this game wasn't that popular. It released back in 2005, and by December of that year, it sold 348,000
They even
copies.
do this.
This was a flop in Activision's eyes, but numbers never tell the true story.
They even do this like with movies. Like, I've even noticed this. Like, every black movie, or there's a movie where black people are being represented, it's always like some struggle. And it's like, bro, like superhero movies, we barely get any represented. We barely even get represented in that shit too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, barely. Blade, I remember watching that a long time ago. Ever since then, the most recent joint was Black Panther. And even then, like, bro, they still now to this day barely represent black people in a lot of other shit.
This game was amazing, and the lead was even better. This game stars Marcus Reed, a former gangster turned NYPD officer.
You know what I'm saying?
He works his way up and eventually is promoted to organized crime unit. The story follows him as he investigates multiple crime organizations. Now, what makes this game very interesting is you can play as a good cop or a bad cop. We can see how Marcus uses a mix of, you know, his street smarts and his trained police background to get the job done. There are even 2 different endings to this game, but it all depends on how you play, you know, being a good or bad cop. This game deserves its flowers, and I don't know what caused it to do bad. Maybe it wasn't promoted as good, or maybe people didn't want to play as a black character. I don't know. Now let's talk about one of the most loved black protagonists, Lee Everett from the Walking Dead Telltale series, specifically season 1. He is a deep character with a, you know, kind of troubled past. The game starts off with him in the back of a police car after being convicted of murder. I don't know, y'all, is that playing into the angry black man trophy, going to jail?
This is what I'm talking about, bro. I don't even mean to be pausing so much, but this is what I'm talking about. Every time it's a black character, it's somebody coming from some hard life, some struggle, which I can say, like, you feel me? Like, yeah, the black community has definitely went through its struggles. I am not going to sit here and cap on that. But can we shift this a little bit in video games and stuff like that? Because I think this is promoting a lot of shit that's, you know, sometimes not true. It's like, oh yeah, like he said, you play a video game, any white person that plays a video game that never had any black friends, nothing. They play this video game of this black guy, and he's coming from struggling, all this bullshit, and, you know, this happened to him, and he's in the streets, and they're going to start thinking every black person is like this. This is why they be clutching they shit when they see us. They be thinking we really like this for real.
It turns out he murdered a state senator who was sleeping with his wife. While being transported to a prison, a zombie apocalypse breaks out. Throughout the game, we see Lee develop his survival skills. He's learning how to make better moral choices and also becomes a great leader. What we all adore about him the most, though, is his relationship with Clementine. Now, Lee is introduced to Clementine when she's about 8 or 9 years old. She was separated from her parents because of this whole zombie apocalypse. Lee takes her under his wing, and they end up forming a father-daughter bond. Lee goes from a person who is, you know, extremely flawed, ashamed of his past, feeling guilty. So by the end of the game, man, a protector, a great leader, and an overall loved person. I don't want to spoil the story, man. Just know I'm a real nigga and I don't cry. But at the end of that season, a real nigga shed a tear, alright? Black men are rare in game. But you want to know what's even more rare? Black woman leads. The most notable character for this is Clementine from The Walking Dead. We just discussed her.
I didn't even know she was black.
Surrounding her race, and it is kind of, you know, troublesome. To me, she looks racially ambiguous. And what you notice is that within media, they always try to frame a light-skinned person or, you know, someone of mixed descent as the standout for the entire race. This is a problem because, you know, black people such as myself, or even darker than me, especially my black women, it's like I appreciate the representation, but it's not true. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why they made Clementine look like this when there is a photo of her parents, right? She has a black mom and black dad. I think they're fully black, but somehow Clementine, she looked Blasian, right? She like you have a full Asian parent. But anyway, man, she's black. She got 2 black parents. In the series, man, we see her grow from a scared young girl to an absolute beast. You know what I'm saying? So Clementine, she's goated, and I love her. So yeah. Now, a recent example that portrays black women in the best light in video gaming to me, and we probably have never seen a greater representation of us in general in video gaming. Hazel in the game South of the Midnight, released last year in 2025. You play as Hazel Flood, a young woman in a magical southern gothic version of the American Deep South after her hometown was devastated.
I never played this.
Now Hazel discovers that she's a weaver. You ask what a weaver is? Let me explain. It's someone who can see and manipulate mythical threads that bond reality together. Now the story centers around her finding her mom and healing fractured spirits and places by confronting supernatural beings. I love Hazel, man. She is very well-rounded. She's not stereotypical in no type of way, and I couldn't complain less. There are also many cultural references in this game, specifically for all my black Americans that live in Louisiana. Man, as a community, bro, when this game came out, a lot of black people, we came together and we love this shit, bro, because we never get this type of representation in video games, bro. It was just something magical, but we all know we had a certain group of niggas hating.
Now look at South of Midnight Steam numbers. Let me see, I pulled this up. So it's got...
Man, look, bro. Bro, not Asmin Gold, bro. Asmin? Him? Bro, what's crazy is sometimes I'll be watching this shit. I'll be watching this shit from time to time. Just for the laughs and giggles, just for the, you know, the unemployed shit that I'll be. Sometimes it does be employed shit because it be political shit in there too. But when he does shit about like video games and shit, I don't know, his takes is I don't really have nothing to say on Asmin, man. I don't know, man.
Not only like 400,
of course
300
he's
people
hating.
playing it. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I feel like there's not going to be that many people that buy this kind of a game, right? Like, that's it. And so this is the issue I think a lot of these studios have, is that they think that they can take a genre that appeals traditionally to men and then shift it to a female protagonist or like a female setting,
man,
and then expect to maintain their audience. You can't do that. That's just not how it works, right? It's like if you're adding in a character into a video game and like it's an action combat game, if it's a female character, she better have huge tits. And if she doesn't, you're doing something wrong. Like, I'm sorry, because the people that play those games are gooners and guys, and that's what they want to see. You don't give it to them, well, that's fine. They don't give you their money. And this is the problem, is like as soon as studios realize this and they start...
I mean, like, you feel me? When I play Marvel Rivals, y'all, and I'm not gonna lie, I think a lot of the people that do play that game are gooners. Are a bunch of gooners. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I play Psylocke, right? If y'all know who that is, let me know. But I play Psylocke, right? And that new skin they dropped for her, they made her a little bit thicker in the skin, on the skin, right? Mind you, when I'm hopping in games, this is the skin that I'm seeing be used 9 times out of 10. When I'm watching live streams, same thing. Even when that mod came out, motherfuckers was making the ass big, the titties big, everything big. They are gooners. So he's not all the way wrong on that, I can say. From my experience so far.
Like listening to players rather than like assuming that
Marvel
players
Rivals
don't
is
know
still
what they
popular.
want or like some bullshit. Then we'll actually see big changes happen and we'll see things improve. But it's going to take a while, right?
That white narcissism is real. If it doesn't center these folks, then it's a problem. It's just sad that in 2026, us wanting to be seen more is a problem and will make some folks uncomfortable. Even though all of media throughout all of time, in America has been centered around white folks, man. And it's like, golly, bro, y'all complain too damn much. In 2026, my motto is simple. If a game doesn't offer solid, customizable, black features, I'm not buying it. Games claim to have the most diverse customization ever, but can't even get the bare minimum down pat. I don't know about y'all, but I like putting myself into video games. This helps with the immersion. Like, if I can see myself in the character, I'ma like it more. Simple. This is a problem that is bigger than gaming, though. The entire world is whitewashed. Your essential features are put on a pedestal, and everything else is seen as lesser. Lighter skin, smaller noses, straighter hair. Speaking of hair, if I see this shit
Nah, this shit is horrendous. They need to stop with this shit. That shit is so ugly, bro. I'm just seeing this shit. Like, what is this? A mohawk lock combination? This shit's horrible.
Don't make me mad, bro. Do not make me mad.
That shit is bad,
Nobody
bro.
in real life rocks this.
That's what I'm saying.
Hairstyle. Killmonger has did irreversible damage to these white developers.
Facts,
I promise y'all,
yo.
we don't like this shit. And even just the texture, we never see this shit represented in the best way. I think this is a big reason why a lot of black people cater more towards sports games. 2K, for example, man, their
Facts.
customization is, you know, it's top notch. We got the black hairstyles, you got the black clothes, you got the culture. Like, we don't see this in other games. I love Elden Ring. I played it for the first time a few months ago, and I love the game. But when I was creating my character, I could not make myself look like me. It was like, you know, I felt like I didn't belong there. But there are games that did it right, and I want to highlight them.
These motherfuckers at Robber Space Industries done did it. Star Citizen is not a scam. Cloud Imperium Games. Look, they did it. Look at the
What is it,
forces.
2K?
Look at the naps, nigga. Granted, the lineups in the year
that's clean.
3000 something is trash. Of course, they had to give us the fucking Killmonger. Got a nigga looking like Big Sean in this bitch. The locks is kinda ass, but they're doing the best they can. Another billion-dollar company done did it.
I'll give him that.
1 nigga, 2 nigga, 3 nigga, 4
Four.
nigga, 5
Hey,
nigga.
they got everybody.
Pre-made niggas ready to go. No shit about no wiggin' wealth, but niggin' wealth must be what they use for their hair. The naps are napping. The fades are cleaner. We all know that one
They
nigga
need to,
that
they need to
got
add this shit to
cornrows
2K.
and shouldn't have gotten him. But this ain't him. Hogwarts Legacy gave us beautiful natural designs. Look at that. She looking at me right now like you see the baby hairs, nigga.
Nah.
That's my little rant. Y'all know I make everything deep. If you're not black, you may think I'm tripping, but just put.
Hey man, look, I'm gonna say how it is, bro. They do need to represent us a little bit better, way better than how they be doing it. Like adventure type games, all these other games, like they don't really be trying to make the adventurous type video games when it's like they don't make them like black coded at all. Like they don't try to like add any black people in these type of games. Why don't we have an adventurous type, you know, black main character game? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm just thinking a little bit because it's like, bro, you feel me? Every single time we're represented, it's like, all right, boom, folks coming from the hood, or buddies coming from jail, or it's the character that didn't have a father, and it's like some shit that's happening. It's like, bro, I don't want that to be the stereotype no more, man. That shit need to stop. Yeah, it does happen, but that's not necessarily all the way true. You feel me? So, but that's the end of the video. If y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification button if y'all want to stay updated on the next video. Let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.